No, it has barracks, it's back. You can parasites and takes them like so.
これで本日を進める。
And that's only because it's scared to get caught. And it can be bad. Next 6 years, so we can kiss goodbye. I'll be able to call some Bonito and say hello. Every place in the back is that great bar. It's the same room. Terrorists would undoubtedly get fucking for life without a brawl, but if we put it in the figures, it'd be approximately 4 years, each of the 800,000 people I estimated in terrorist attacks in 4 years. The lawsuits restaurant find out how 10 years old stands way too young to be having a midlife crisis situation. It really close. If you Great, that's a pretty Shoujo drinking is probably underage activity he's participated in. There are many times in South Park where we see the characters hilariously take a message the wrong way. The episode Bud Out might be the funniest example of that. An anti-smoking band named Bud Out are performing in South Park. Let's take that tell you, yeah, because if you don't smoke, you can grow to be Jericho. That was simply a missing urge. I'm planning to become like a person bought out and lose the side that takes smoking.
仲間のとこに戻っててくれ。何言ってんだよルーフィ。一人でなんてこう考えたと無茶だろ。
Isn't a very bright idea because Mr. Mac can use the smoker cigarettes, but don't check they're properly put out beforehand.
みんなを連れてくるのが早い。急いで合流しましょう。
Let me tell you something about that.
どこだカイドウ。
I think it's equally time to teach a lot of first their students. Always parents find out it was better. Turn down they are shocked. We understand that some people say school environments are relaxed and say the teacher breaks things and needs students in jail. It's nice to put them in take his hands on it. Right? It's lunchtime there. I think music industry.
I know it's just got music videos and the road. Nothing but pretty girls wearing skin-tight clothes. Takes some understated. You may take some conversation. Now it's all cut JJ.
Female people here when it's family is really neat. Let's see if we came up. Instead, this cheerleader restaurants and video stands at the top because and Kyle that was a weird thing to say, but I understand it. They used to have a Gulfstream full. Now she's had to sell her Gulfstream to be just a town. Music for free.
That's right. No team movie. You wouldn't pay me that $10 bet now, huh?
Success of being carbon super rich means I'm blowing all the money just
Yes,
made.
sir.
Takes people like
Back
Sir
up,
Pretty Rich
so.
and Rob Benedict presented to the
俺の
birds.
一撃が決まったな。
Corbin is
てめえ
not
ぞ。
happy that he lost
なん
the
だ
bet,
と
which is
や
wrong.
ろう。
お前ら先にとどめろ。そこまでだ。ああ、なんだてめえら。ビッグマム海賊団鬼ヶ島に上陸を仕掛ける大あり。急ぎ戻りましょう。
Obviously drive the Christian crowd away from Satan Lord's name from Bane. The boys then abandoned him
今
on
は
stage. What does Leech
だ
do?
が今度こそ次はない。
Space for giving him the big Dance music career was a disappointment, but getting prosecuted for piracy.
逃げるな、待て。
Prison. You can also be fined $100,000. The singer good enough to make those consequences for why really not. Wayne Walls is a massive business and distributors of many hacks. You can lie about only wanting to say people out there. You can speech or slide lost weight by eating sandwiches. Boys want to meet up.
絶好のチャンスだったじゃない。
奴らを含め
Exercise. Yes,
ママと合流して事態を打開
yes.
する。
The boys win big money by
海
getting
星
by
族
losing 50
と
pounds and then
カイ
playing
ドウ
the
の
boys
道を
down
警
to
戒
the
する
sky
よう
of
に設
getting
置する。
far. The Chinese restaurant the boys are going to do it. Food is probably already
お前
wasted.
ら
The
は
boys
気をつけ
need to fatten
今
them up.
見つけておく。
I can't eat no more. Here,
武器は
show me more food.
Like, Carmen's already the fattest. Why can't he do it? That's great. What are some of the making him fat when he doesn't need to lose the weight when he exercises? Speaking of their feet, the boys came up with another way to get the fat off them.
But he's getting done. Now read this up.
Let's run away. Scary walking on what should be a very shocking scene.
It's not really what let's go. So we're going to also consider free on now.
Not strengths, but your son's laying there and everything you're going to help. Please let your sneak voters out of the house and take him to city block. And the owner doesn't want anything to do with them anymore. See, it's the business idea. It was not only a
He's
not a doctor, but does he have a medical license? The likely subject is a crime that can earn him 18 months in jail. If you've ever been abused by an internet troll, you're not alone. Just ask the residents of South Park. A parent-teacher meeting is being held to discuss the influx of online internet trolls, specifically one named Skink Hunt 42. He lives attorney Lyndon Pearls and Heidi Turner has been the most recent victim. The son of the being is so bad it makes her delete Twitter and throw her phone up like cringe. She deletes whoever account gossip and swoop in on South Park Elementary. Mr. Mackey tries to console children over the loss of Heidi on social media. Heidi won't be on social media anymore. Identity. Well, people, one person equal enough to be the wild user.
Protecting the cause for all our problems. Always. We all know what has to be done.
No one that can never stop partly by reasoning. The boys decide to just destroy the electronic device he owns. Steve firmly stands Uncle's cabin and he agrees. They arrive at the cabin partly because they think it was a computer, and this is when the boys make their reason. No way, he didn't break all that stuff that I've been shoving on. See, this is part of the work. Guys, now the boys bury his smashed up devices in the ground. They can score the boys and girls angrily slam the loggers and realize Cartman was not that control. They all feel super guilty for destroying his stuff, even Kyle. Stan feels remorseful when he did, that doesn't mean he won't be punished by the law. It's because Cartman's stuff, regardless of whether he was control or not, is property damage. I doubt Eric's stuff is worth more than $5,000 in value. That means Stan will only be sentenced to 1.5 years in jail. Plus be fined $100,000. By Cartman like 100 new laptops. Oh, and probably all one breakers game on more experience. It was Kyle's dad, John Wolofsky. Hey,
どこだカイドウ 話じゃいられね
周りの敵を片付けるのが先だ。まともに進めない。あとダイヤを飛ばすのは
カイドウをぶっ飛ばしに行くぞ。スネークマン。
あとはこいつらを倒すだけか。やるぞ麦わら。
どこだ。俺から逃げられると思うなよ。ビッグマム、もう着いたのか。そうなったら先にあいつをぶっ飛ばそう。
ビッグマムだ。アイドルを倒す邪魔をしやがったら承知しねえぞ。
この島にいるのは分かってるんだ。よし、先に進むぞ。花火。もう逃がさないぞ麦わら。命取られる覚悟はできてんだろうな。うるせえ、お前こそ俺の邪魔するな。
来いよビッグマン。俺の力思い知らせてやら。
俺の計画を台無しにしやがって。お前が前取らなきゃ落とし前がつかねえ。だったらお前もここでぶっ飛ばす。誰だろうともう逃げねえ。や やっぱり強えなサイド。全力を見せてみろ。顔は下がってろ。サイドは俺がぶっ飛ばす。
黙れバカされ。お前こそは手間という結婚だ。バキド誰をぶっ飛ばした。まだ心は俺にそして俺の戦力にない。話にならない。最悪の世代だ。笑わせるんじゃねえか。お前らがやってるのはただの海賊ごっこ。バカ。こんな野郎と組んだくらい俺の首が取れるとでも思ったのか。お前らにはね、海賊王になる。図に乗るな、麦わら。俺の下につくんじゃねえならもういい。二人仲良く死ねえ。
Givers, my parents are doing during all this chaos. People in their sick is in jail.
しっかりしろルフィ。目を覚ませ。
Confront you with what you after convincing themselves they really did. Their kids. Mark gets Smellytown's book and brings it back to Stan while Cartman chooses butters as a sacrifice. But before the boys kill Mark and realizing all the kids bring their parents from one station, Mark gives a speech on the importance of parents, causing the kids to remember their providers who haven't even been gone for 2 weeks. The kids agree that things are better when parents were around and ask Mark to tell the police what happened. Calls the cops and all the adults are released. Camilla leaves South Park and Lena tells Mark that she's getting her tubes tied.
Hey, looks like you're not so bad with kids after all.
You're right. Maybe we should have some.
Yeah, I'm getting my tubes tied tomorrow.
A lot of crazy stuff went down in that episode, but there's really only one crime Stan is guilty of, lying. Small reporting pieces of public mischief. So our penalty for that is 5 years in jail, and I sure hope Stan doesn't suffer claustrophobia, because that jail's gonna be absolutely packed. Every other kid in town lied about dying has been the subject of many political debates. I'm not going to declare that political poll. Stan's grandpa, though, he is all for it. He watches for celebrating Grandpa Marvin's 102nd birthday. Birthday boy is not having a nice time. It'll be 102, Babs.
Make a wish,
That's our Stelly Grandpa. So, morning Stan is watching Guaranteed Village, the show is interrupted by his grandpa trying to shoot himself. Knowing he's too old and very old to kill himself, he tries to bribe Stan from shooting him for $1. And when he refuses, Grandpa claims he did the same for his grandfather when he was a kid. Grandpa tries to pop himself again, this time by making Stan help him unknowingly.
It looks like those babes could make it up. Many times.
It's probably like the only acceptable situation where you can have
Luffy,
Grandpa
もう戦えるか。
ザボ、もう大丈夫だ。ありがとな。よし、やれるぞ。
Yeah. I'll do that after I finish the chapter.
ビッグマム海賊団の麦わらの一間もなく交戦を開始する模様。どうする？このまま進めていく。
両軍が消耗したところで挟みかかる。麦わら、ビッグマム、これ以上好きにはさせねえ。最後に勝つのは百獣海賊団だ。来たぞ、ワノ国。麦わらとビッグマム、そろそろ追っ始めそうだぜ。そうか、俺様の狙い通り。バジェス、お前に一つ頼みてえことがある。麦わらとビッグマムがやり合ってるうちにカイドウの恵みをかけ、これであいつもしまいだ。任せてくれ、船長。よし、行くぞ野郎ども。4コートをまとめてぶっ飛ばして、この世界の王になってやるぜ。
Kidney blocker 2000 in sight. He demands the return of his kidney, but sandbags and meetings and Kyle say Carmen goes to the hospital. The doctors want the kidney back in body.
ルフィがカイドウに捕まったと聞いて飛んできた。このありさまだ。くそ。もう少し早くついていれば。
ワノ国に黒ひげが上陸するのよ。
黒ひげ。やはりこの日は逃すもんな。俺はスモーカーたちと転校して黒ひげの動向を探る。お前たちはあれだ。ビッグマムを何とかした。雑だよ。クレな野郎だ。あれは麦わらの一味。麦わらを引き渡せ。天の命令だ。逆らったらどうなるかわかるよ。来たか。ビッグマム海賊団。戦闘準備だ。俺も手を貸す。ルフィたちが目を覚ますまで俺たちで持ちこたえるぞ。先輩ゴムよ。ルフィ殿は必ず立ち上がる男でござる。
Simple kid in South Park playing Jesus is the most perfect thing I can ever think of. The boys before he sees the cross is quite well. It's veryまだ目を覚まさねえのか、麦わらや。しっかりしろ、ルフィ。
モノノスケ様、この家では危ないございます。
そうか。
three. Oh, it's just wait till you did it.
じゃあ行くよ
When Stan and Kyle finally come back,
みんなも
he's
あんなに傷ついてる
again score.
拙者は大変な誰かが死ぬのはもう見たない
Stan got 3 weeks of peace and quiet. Scorpion survived. Stan isn't going to get charged with manslaughter, but he definitely would be convicted of attempted murder as he planned to leave Carmen on the process of the pen. If Stan was found guilty, he'd be in prison for 48 years. That looks bad. It's a big move compared to the fact that Carmen once went on a killing spree, eradicating 2 hippies, Justin Bieber, and people in San Francisco. Only the baddest kids try to track the Tooth Fairy, and only the baddest of the bad commit felonies while doing so. The Tooth Fairy gave Carmen 2 bugs, and he showed this off to his friends and all this stuff. He suggests they all combine their team together to make even more money from the Fairy, but Stan and Kyle have already lost all their baby team. So I take out Kenny's team does not really go to plan.
Timmy, go!
Kenny has blonde hair. Yeah, I forgot about that.
死なねえし
There's a Steeler in the middle of the night.
俺の仲間も誰も死なせねえ
There's no way we're in the fairy costume at all long. Scorpion first the boys continue stealing teeth for to put under his pillow, and then soon runs out of money and has to tell her son that the Tooth Fairy is not real.
Eric, you sit down. Mommy has something to tell you. It's just that, well, there is no Tooth Fairy, Eric.
And of course, Scorpion couldn't give it to himself and just had to ruin the magic for everyone else knew.
ご覧くだされ桃之助様仲間のために立ち上がり仲間を守るために戦う者
Stan isn't gonna let that stop.
それが
Making cash and suggests that they steal money
そ
from
れこそが
some rich kids. On their first house in the night, the boys end up getting professional membership in the truth stealing business. The company leader, he offers them a deal.
One for you.
行くぞ
Get it.
やろう
See this on TV. Really? How much more money do you need for the transplant? That's a lot. How are you gonna get all that in the short amount of time you have left? I also understand that you lost a tooth today. I believe we want you to put that tooth under your pillow tonight because we have a feeling that the Tooth Fairy is going to leave you $600 for it. Really? Yes, really. $600. Also mention the Billy Liz and Crispy Performance. There's a private mystery. Back to you, Tom. And decide to target the house. However, this is actually a trap set by Dr. Woolley. First you call the police are on the scene. And then out of the show, they've stand St. Ben, that's not the years. Say, he personally comes as best same speed galloping starter. See, Mark, it's
俺の目的は麦わら人どうするの
I see if you're space.
どうすれば自分の最後に迎えられるだろう
俺たちも行こう奴らを
And that's going to be some speeding Gino versus the right now. Next, we got that person livestock that for 6 years, last the other president. So that's an additional years and is clearly the path to the to make out of the means to make it was place we needed circumstances very fiery very and I consider it to be pretty excited to jump he's a States That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Never listen to your Everybody in South Park evacuates Kennedy Center for a while. He particularly they decided to rescue stranded people in Beaverton instead of just putting it out. He gets in a book history and unfortunately ends up reading it all. Factory. The United States government shows up and rescued it, and everybody else came and said, we're going to take it back to South Park, and the government reveals all blood in blue. Then finally confesses that he was the one who damn. But since everyone assumed he's just speaking metaphorically, he gets let off the hook. News claim the death toll of the flood was in the millions. Now it's sensationalized story. Basically, given the same figure as the 1977 Johnstown, Pennsylvania flood, it was also caused by a dam and also affected small populations of steam. Manslaughter to stand to be 850 years. And that's just Another 90 games for retriming and an extra 30,000 years for damaging at least 2,500 buildings of the Blood Empire. It's safe to say that games without any of the deeds the kids tell the show. Stan's a super bad kid with an overall prison sentence of 37,425 years and 326.5 days. Times first, it's ready to find out.
その部屋探し俺を永遠に閉じてやるよ。しぶといやつだけプロメテウス燃やし尽くしてやる。お前たちに早くしろ。絶対に許さねえぞ。おい、お前たちもこっちに来な。俺の仲間をなめんなよ、ビッグマム。その程度で俺に勝てると思うな。
Mexico, and Randy brings a fucking Spanish dictionary just to start writing the international community.
ビッグマムのパワーはルフィ、一斉に仕掛けるぞ。
Give me some of this.
Oh,
今だ。行くぞお前ら。こんなもの。ディナブルジャンプ。
Bazooka!
Yeah, that was kind of busy. Kind of kind of busy. Yeah, this is really not a so.
やったかいや
Here, and they tried to sell
確かに
us
手応えは
half
出
naked
る
and
あの方はまた復活してくるはずです。今のうちに先を急ぎましょう。
行こう。
Yeah. Alright, we got him. Hands behind your back. Brady got scolded for posting his adult content on TikTok for minors and minors to see, but he would be arrested in real life just banned from social media. He loses their option, talk about and space hoppers. Give him some decent exposure for this this little fat bear. Yes, bear. And you got Brady ruined every single one.
黒ひげか。
3, 2, 1.
麦わらに手ひどくやられたかおめえのイカレっぷりもどうやらここまでみてえだなさすがに逃げを出したあんたのカイドウの力にやった時はよあんたは麦わらをお互いの戦力を消耗俺にとっちゃあんたらを潰す絶好の機会だわよ麦わらの連中は予想以上にやってくれた大した苦労もなく四皇の首を取れるありがとうあんたのカイドウをここで消えてもらうおいたらあんたの機内は
Yeah, aren't you supposed to like hug your bacon tribe?
I'm not trying to get through it before I gotta pay. How can that be both? Randy was arrested by cops for swinging around trying to be to the AA meetings, which was stated as embarrassment. And Randy like points. No parent wants their kid to get involved. Folks are bad. Randy went as far as to hire a lookalike for Disney stand. I had no idea, man. I was just about to go to sleep in an alley behind the credit counter. This electrical storm started. Next thing I knew, I was running around in my old town. Then I came down and I was still here. Seeing as we just major rules for big stand crowds, never touching clothes again. I don't want that to be so after you see dressed against parents. You stand gets off the stand. That ain't gonna happen. Randy is seriously unable to defend that the jag is on. Dismembering future stands hand falls with the crime of mayhem towards a 20-year prison sentence. Randy get a prison defendant from a big group of self people. He may have turned into fighting some keeping up with the people's labels. Parents were stretching. Just wait till you find out what Randy did to Shelley. The pandemic's finally over Randy already wrecking years, and now all the kids have grown up. Except for your self-worker and even now scientist who dies. You reunite with Kyle and Tolkien, who think Darth Kenny had made uncovering a secret about the pandemic. State of Kyle is in the wake and back to her old friend. Jimmy is now been standing in media tweaks social anxiety, Clyde's your average Joe. And ladies and gentlemen, the man you've all been waiting for, here he is. Here, Vic Hyman. Today's changed. Changed how? And I know it's been a long time since we've seen each other. And it's been since Synagogue County, Colorado Springs. Can you believe it? I'm a rabbi. Pandemic happened. I think it changed me. Is he still wearing his hat? It's not. And the funeral was from his new meeting down He's kept hidden for decades. That started that was me. Instead of being social, the priest dictating that he should have Kenny's money.
この辺の時は頼んだぞ。
任せろ。
手を止めに行く。拙者も言うことの前で見ているわけにはいかぬ。俺たちはセリーグを守る。あいつを抑えてくれ。頼む。
ここまでやるとは。認めてやるよ。バカです。ビッグマム、黒姫ともにその残るはカイドウ。海兵が麦わらに加担していると黙って返すわけにはいかない。
スモーカーさん、私は大丈夫ですから早く撤退してください。
どうしてやがってや。
ここにいろ。すぐ向かう。
久しぶりだな。なんでワノ国にいるんだ。
お前に言う義理はねえ。こっちにはこっちの事情があるんだ。お前たちの邪魔をしなかった。ま、取ったな。何やってんだ。気合を入れ直せ。
問題ないです。ありがとうございました。
麦わらとの戦いを
Getting the COVID vaccine. It's not yet. He knows exactly what he did.
俺が終わらせてやる。
Send that to me. These scientists and they create vaccine.
カイドウにぶち飛ばすか。ちゃんとできてんだろうな。不甲斐ねえとこ見せやがって。その時は俺がてめえごとカイドウをぶっ飛ばす。お前を一人で戦わせるものか。俺も行くぞ、ルフィ。いよいよ奴との決戦の時だ。やるぞ。麦わらや。 倒せない相手じゃないはずだ。くだらん。弱え者として俺に勝てる本気の者じゃ。なんだこの程度。全然大したんだ。よっぽど仕事してるらしい。弱え武器だ。カバに入ってどうするつもりだ。
Salary potential is definitely way higher. Growing meat integrity farms have been going great so far, but Randy's always looking for new ways to make more money, and it looks like he's found one at last. We can grow the family business by selling integrity to the Chinese. I did a research.
20年の物を超えてここに参った
Millions of dollars.
おでん
I'm
様
flying
の
to China
村
tomorrow. Please tell me Shelly's at least getting paid to be used to for her dad's drugs. Randy flies to China the next day to execute his genius idea, but after airport security finds his freaking suitcase full of weed, he gets imprisoned in a brutal Chinese jail where he's subjected to forced labor and tortured severely.
あの時のガキだ。覚えてるよ。俺との力の差もわきまえ、大勢の家臣がお前の母を死なせた。
He eventually gets freed by making a Chinese home and returns home to Integrity Farms in a truck full of cash. So he gets the idea with some winter, there's no week left for Integrity Farms to sell. Instead of liquor being banned for the holidays, there's only one day to get the people's Christmas spirit back. So I thought I'd bring you some
俺は倒せん。お前は父と同じ。バカ取れた。
It's the one that's up. Just a little something extra for as best you can. He saw that everyone is actually illegal. Randy saved his butt by getting the drug legalized and making it even more dope, selling jars and jars of Christmas. No, it's drug addicted parents. While weed is technically legal in some states, selling it across borders. China is illegal. Cocaine is also illegal and carries state cocaine and drug trafficking. So that's 16 years Randy Roy's been in jail and it's he had the misfortune of seeing Randy's level, and it was probably his lack of subscribers that made us feel insecure about his size. He never specifically said he's insecure, but his actions became so TMI speak for themselves. He's not there in visible, and they prove themselves for buying he's in school. It's only one so they just got
And now we can't retreat.
Speak from the physical. You're damn right, Clifford. As a respectful
See you,